fuck is up? Fuck. Get them out of the way. It's been a rough day already. What's going on, everybody? Flyers Alley pop-up. Brought to you by Old City Sports Network. Go to www.oldcitysports.com. Check out all our cool stuff. It's been a while. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it has. It's been a while for us. You've been here a while. What's been going on?
A whole lot of chasing the kid around now.
Oh, boy. He's mobile.
Oh, yeah. Too mobile.
Fucking fastest thing alive.
Yeah, before he used to get away from me because he would scoot on the floor. Like, not like quite a crawl. So he would scoot and he would because I have hardwood floors, he would just pull himself like so much further away and he's like out of like your reach. So now he just runs into things, off of things. You know, you got two.
I'm getting hit with every fucking thing known to man right now. That's their new thing. Everything's a fucking weapon.
Yes.
And then now I'm just directing them to fight each other so I don't get beat up.
Of course.
So the dogs are getting it too, man. They're like, bro, I'm old. I'm like, yeah, you're in fucking line of fire there, guys.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so Brandon checks in, says, "What's up, guys? What's going on, buddy?" Fanlot Phillies checks in. "What's up, boys? Good to see the alley." And then Brandon checks in and says, "I'm loving the LeClair signing." We'll get to that. But before we do, make sure you guys go like us and join our Facebook groups at www.facebook.com/Flyers Alley group and a like page. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1 and Instagram at Flyers Alley. And make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube page at Old City Sports Network. Do not ask us to subscribe and then not subscribe. It's fucked up. Sub for a sub. The assholes out there. Also, we got a lot of comments already. I just want to point out that the Ocsn Land-line is on again. I don't know how many times I get to say this shit, but
we should get it to just flash on the fucking screen, like those horrible lawyer commercials that are on it late at night.
I could probably get Brent to whip that up for us. Make sure you guys just dial the number at the bottom, 302-367-7276. I will answer. Got something to say? Who doesn't want to be live? Yeah. But I knew that. But yeah, with that being said, we do got some good stuff here for you guys. We do got some more stuff. We got new comments. Vince Decar liking the way this team is moving. Might get back to constantly tuning into the Flyers play when the Flyers play. Yeah. And Ron Duffney. Hi. Well, what's up, buddy? I say let's get into some alley talk. All right. Alley Talk is brought to you by Fanatics. Use the link in the description. Right there. Yeah, click on that bad boy. Go buy some Flyer stuff. Help us out. Good shit. This year's going to be the first year of 10 years of them being the official distributor of the NHL's jersey. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so check us out. Hopefully there's no promo codes on the site. I've been checking every day, so I think that may be something they're changing, which that's not going to make anyone happy. But here's what it is. So we got right off the bat, Patrick Sharp and John LeClair are hired as special advisors to hockey operations president, which would be Keith Jones. So a lot of people were talking about this. Oh, my boy Ryan Swoop, there he is. What's up, brother? Fans out here. I don't like that. Anyway, it's been a while. I cracked the back. I like all of these moves. I did say I was asked a couple times by some people they're concerned because they're basically making a new guard that's going to be the old guard eventually at some point. I just feel like that the time periods between these players and their hockey minds are completely different. Now, I will end it because it looks like you got something to say. Getting in there.
Are you done?
I will be in a second. If I said this to you, I said it to a couple people. If Lindros gets in there, I'm done. Like I'm not a fan of any of the moves that they make. I won't be a fan of the Keith Jones move. I won't be a fan of John LeClair or Patrick Sharp if Eric Lindros is the next guy in. Not a fan of that move. Cannot have a guy in there that goes against being physical. So I'll leave that there. I'll see what you have to say.
Well, if he goes in there and he's against physical, then his whole playing career he was physical. He was dominant when he was healthy, and to be dominant, you had to be that size that he was on the ice. But I know how he's more. I don't want to say health conscious, but more conscious of brain injuries and stuff like that. I don't think the Flyers will go that route. It seems like the pieces that they put into place now, like the Keith Jones one kind of threw me off.
Did it?
I wanted Eddie Olczyk.
So did I.
But
Just says hi, by the way.
Hello. But from what I got, Al Morgani said somewhere that the Flyers organization's going to be real surprised with the background shit that Keith Jones actually has of the NHL workings.
What's crazy? What's nuts is I listen to a lot of you've actually been listening to a lot of pods lately, which I'm this past season you definitely kicked the ante up a little bit. I figured John Scott was going to be your guy.
Yeah,
so, yeah, he's the fuck
out.
Well,
he even called Patrick Sharp out and they're buddies. He's like he got a job to basically just show up and get paid probably like $250K a year.
It is weird. The LeClair. So just to break it down a little bit real quick, the LeClair move makes more sense to me than the Roger. I see you fucking watching, buddy. You better say something, you son of a bitch. Anyway, boy. The LeClair move makes more sense. He's actively coaching in that 3-on-3 professional hockey comp league. Him and Ray Bork are actively coaching. Patrick Sharp, I'm not really sure what he was doing. I don't hate the move, but the move makes more sense in the LeClair thing. I heard on a couple Flyers pods. I'm not going to name them, but just that there's not a person that hates John LeClair. Every single person that's ever played with him is always like, John's like the best guy I've ever met in my life. So yeah, that's a good thing to get. I think that if out of both of them, I think the John LeClair one makes more sense. The Patrick Sharp one's kind of like a little sprinkle added on, but I mean, who knows? I mean, you kind of they're loading up here. I mean,
they're loading up on people that have Stanley Cup.
Have
wins and losses. John LeClair obviously lost with us, but it's always a good thing to have that mindset when it comes down to probably like right around the trade deadline. Like, what kind of key pieces? So you talk to the older heads, like what do you think would make better sense of rounding out our team when it came down to crunch time. So
right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not upset with any of the moves, but like I said, if there's going to be a move and it ends up being Eric Lindros, you're going to hear some flack from me. Ryan Swoopcheck saying Flyers need guys in all capacities who all have the same focus, mindset, and plan of the style of play and system. He's really big on the style of play and system. He says it like all the time. They want them to go out and find players with the skills, abilities, and attributes, really do their due diligence. Now go get the scouts. Yeah, we haven't talked about it. I think I talked about it. And here's a guy I work with. That's fucking random Raven, motherfucker. I get to listen to that at work all the time. It's very comical. Oh, damn Canadians. Yeah, was not happy when I got to work today. We'll put it there. What was it? When I had my little solo thing when I was talking about the other additions that were made in the player development category and department, that just screams that the older guys, Kel Samuelson was one of them, that just wasn't doing their job. And then they bring up Riley Armstrong, who was the assistant coach of the Phantoms. That's screaming that it's been noticed, and that for a while they just didn't do anything about it. So adding these new guys in here, I think that's a good idea. They were successful Flyers, so I mean, it's not like they weren't. Patrick Sharp, I don't even know if you can consider him a Flyer, really. I mean, he played like 60 games with them, and then that was pretty much it. So, I mean,
he was here under the wrong coaching setup. Wasn't his style, but
right. But I'm all in all, I'm for it. So I'm with it. Tom McGuire checks in. What's up, fellas? What's going on, brother? That show's about to amp up soon here, finally. But yeah, I'm for it. I'm for all the decisions that have been made. But like I said, and also Valerie Camillo is stepping down. Don't forget about that. Effective July 1st. She has the epic, notable quote that will go down in history. The Flyers fans will just have to get used to it. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. Anytime that the fans complained about anything or tried to make a move, it was the Flyers fans will have to get used to it. Well, she's stepping down now, so that's the end of her.
Hopefully, they just sell the team next.
Dave's, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't say I called this, but it's getting close. It's getting close. It's getting close. But yeah, so I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty happy. John LeClair and Rick Tocchet are my two favorite Flyers of all time. So you can't have Tocchet. He's over in Vancouver ripping it up. So we'll take old John LeClair. You get it. I'll take Lindros if you get the rest of the Legion of Doom in there. Get Michael Renberg in there, then I'll be okay with it.
I mean, if you think about it, we already did most of the Legion of Doom. We had Hextall that rocked on that team during that era. So You saw the great pieces he did.
I don't feel like doing. Why? All right, Ryan Swope. Rob Brindamore of them all is who I wish was here. He's the Hurricanes coach, so can't. His style of play as a player was my favorite, and now his coaching style and team system is my favorite. You know,
how well did that style hold out in the playoffs?
I mean, I was wrong about the first round exit, but I wasn't far off. So.
No, but they got swept. So
fucking swept under that there rug. It's crazy, you know, who the Rangers just picked up Laviolette, and the fans are complaining about it. Like,
he's a good coach.
One of my favorite coaches the Flyers ever had. Like,
I mean, he punched fucking Billy Lando in the back of the fucking head because he wasn't paying attention.
That's right, motherfucker. Fucking right. I got one?
Tiger uppercut.
Yeah. I forgot about that shit. It's been a while. But yeah, so we're cool with it. We're cool with all that stuff. We're gonna move on. Let's get to a gritty look ahead there. All right, Gritty Look Ahead is brought to you by Righteous Felon Jerky. Go to www.righteousfelon.com. Use promo code OCSN for 20% off your jerky contraband until after Father's Day. Just found that out. Make sure that you spend more than $50 because you get free shipping of any order over $50. Get some pretty cool stickers too. Wade's all about the stickers. So.
Oh, you
Make sure
I
you
should re-up.
You should. I should, really, to be honest with you. I should just split what they give me monthly with you. Fucking whatever.
It's hard.
It is.
Very interesting.
Very difficult. But yeah, make sure you guys do that. It's not, you're not going to get it in time for Father's Day, but, you know, it is what it is. Check it out, though. We got another comment. Brandon Paulus. Hey, could be worse. Could still have Hackstall here. Yeah, we could have went to the fucking. Could have went into the cup. I don't know.
I won't put that on him.
Yeah, you're right. All right, draft Flyers draft pick position. Now, I do know.
It should be plural. Positions.
Yeah, would you have what they have?
The first round.
Yeah, what they got for what? I mean, what they got
They have the 7th overall and the 22nd overall.
So let me look. I could look. Here we go. Here. Right now, do you have anything after May 17th?
Like the smaller draft picks that got moved around.
Yeah. As of that one, that's when I did my thing the other week. That Zachary Benson was still at 7th, but he's at 9th now. And Oliver fucking Moore kid he was at 13, but now he's at 7. And I don't know if I have that typed up.
Which article did you peek at? Was it
The
Athletic, the
Sportsnet.
ESPN,
It was Sportsnet? Yeah. I thought I had a bunch of stuff written down. I could rip it there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said before, the Zachary Benson's he's my guy. I said it in my article. You can find that on oldcitysports.com. Yeah, I'm telling you. Also, the Winnipeg Ice just got bought out by somebody, and now they're going to be in Washington, which I'm a huge fan of that. So, where my boy him? The kid, and I did say the stats aren't everything, but when you put them up against the two kids that they're looking at, so I am going to take credit. I did say in my article too. I'm taking credit for shining light on Zachary Benson. Not one person was talking about him, and then all of a sudden now everybody wanted to talk about him. But now they've thrown him away, and now they're talking about this Oliver Moore kid. Last season, Zachary Benson had 36 goals, 62 assists, 98 points in 60 games played, right? So then you go to, and this is kind of what bothers me about what they're doing. And I hate to keep saying that I put this in my article, but I did because I think they need to start going in a different direction. Oliver Moore is a 5'11", 188-pound, 19-year-old center that shoots left-handed. He's part of the United States national team, and he had 8 goals, 17 assists, 25 points in 23 games played. So don't know why he didn't play that meant or whatever. I don't know what the situation is there because he played 32 games to his season before and had 26 points, 12 goals, 14 assists in 32 games. So my thing is they don't add up stats wise. And I do say, I quote the great one, you can't, stats are for losers, but at the same time, these are way too far apart to not pay attention to that. So I'm a huge fan of Zachary Benson, honorable mention, Will Smith and Braden Yanger, but I don't know. What do you got for us? You got anything good?
Yeah, since we're on the trade or the draft talk right now,
yeah,
would you take Matiev Michkov if he drops down to 7th?
So, no, and there's a problem with him, and this is why a lot of teams are stopping. They're stopping. They're not kicking the tires on him anymore because they don't know if he's going to be able to commit to his contract.
His contract with the KHL ends 2026. Almost 3 seasons.
Where's he at now?
they really can't have him listed because the top two teams obviously are spoken for with Bernard and Finatelli. So I don't see the Ducks taking a Russian.
Really?
No. I see the Ducks probably going for a center, probably either Leo Carlson to play with that young, speedy kids. See, I would take him, but Philadelphia isn't known to draft Russians.
No.
Only because he has scored at every level Russia has thrown at him. As a kid, he was scoring in the KHL, which is with full-grown adults that want to rip your fucking head off.
Doing the gas.
In their version of the AHL, which is the VHL. He was I think he was just shy of point per game there.
Really?
But like we're saying, the problem is he can't commit until after his contract's up with the KHL.
I feel like I'm asking you a lot of questions, but when's that?
When's what?
When is his contract up with the KHL?
KHL is the 2026.
Okay.
So it's almost like 3 full seasons.
So you know what's crazy is Johnny Mack. I'll bring his name up. He was really high on Matiev Michkov and was saying that he's the number one draft pick in any other draft besides this one. The one with McDavid, one with Ovechkin, all that, all this and all that. I don't think that's true. And do you remember last year I was real high on Matt Savoy? Mm-hmm. Matt Savoy was number 3 for a while. He was in the top 10, and he dropped down to like 25
because his performance in the championship or the tournament.
So my thing is why is he dropping?
The reason why he's dropping is because he's already committed to the KHL, and other teams are worried that he might get his head fucking ripped off over in the KHL.
I think Matiev Michkov is going to be a guy that's a lot of people are looking at him, but I think it's going to end up falling to when he can commit, and I don't think he's going to end up committing to the team that he's going to be drafted by.
Unless it's the Capitals.
Unless it's the Capitals, and that's a good theory. I fucking like that theory, by the way. That's a really good one.
Patent that one.
I don't think anybody thinks of that. I don't think anyone thought of that. I would put that in the tweet and fucking rip that fucking shit. But yeah,
go for it.
I'll tag you right in it. Brandon asked, do you both think we're moving up from 7? I think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be substantial, but I do think they want to keep that 7th spot though. I don't think they're gonna, if they move up, it'll be with trades. It won't be getting rid of that spot. I think it's a great spot to be in. To be honest with you. So,
with that coming up, all right. So I've seen on, I want to say it was the ESPN app that had Zach Benson going up at the 6th spot to Arizona.
Oh no. Well, so this is what and you know what? I'm not getting mad about that because I'm literally I love this draft class so much right now because I'm going to follow these 3 kids their entire career. Will Smith, Braden Yeager, and Zachary Benson. I'm following. I don't give a fuck where they go. I think it may be a good move for him to play with what's his name? Their captain. Who's their captain? What the fuck's that kid's name? He broke his femur.
I
had him on my fantasy.
Keller?
Yeah, Keller. Clayton Keller.
Well, apparently from his dad's deleted tweet, he ain't playing this year.
Fuck that guy. Fucking horrible.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Andrew Cristal.
Ooh,
which he could go up higher because he put up 115 points. He's a left winger, shoot first mentality player.
Oh, he played for the Kelowna Rockets.
Yeah, I didn't write down any of the teams, just their positions.
Hey,
I put a star next to him because if he's there, I would take him. I put a question mark next to Will Smith because they said that he's the most well-rounded in this draft.
Yeah.
But his skill doesn't really jump off the charts. But I'm like, I'm comparing him to almost like a Sean Couturier now. Sean Couturier in the juniors, he was a scorer.
So real quick, back to Andrew Cristal.
Right.
It has a scouting report here on this one.
Okay.
Just a real brief, nothing big. It says had trouble adapting to the pace of the big ice surface in Switzerland at the U18, but his unique offensive mind and creativity will maintain high interest in this player. Now you went to Will Smith, right?
Yeah, I was just saying because he's listed right around our draft spot, just depending on who takes who at that point.
Which is crazy because him and Leo Carlson were battling for 3 for the first like month of this whole thing.
Right.
And now you say he dropped down to what?
I'm only saying dropped because I looked at 3 different mock drafts, so you can't really take them serious.
Okay.
You know, so you got some people that were still taking Mitchkov at number 2 and number 3.
Yeah, that's not happening. I have heard one kid's name an awful lot, and it's how did he go? Riley Height. He played for the Prince George Cougars. He's a center.
He's listed down towards the 20 area.
Well, okay, then he went up six spots since this one that I'm looking at, but he was one that his name was coming up an awful lot. But
I put a star next to him because he put up 97 points, and for a guy to drop down the 20 area and still put up points, the thing that's going against him, I believe, was his height. I think he's listed at 5'10". I didn't get the weight though.
I'm not.
So, but anyway, I have one more dark horse pick for 7th. Was
love dark horse picks.
Edward Sale. The only problem with him is he's a passer, and we're fucking full of them. He's a right winger, but if we're going by skill and not the Flyers' way of grinding it out, skill wise, he'd be a good pickup.
I think it's a really good idea to.
That's around 7th pick. I didn't even go down to the 20s yet.
Jesus. I think it's a good idea to put a star next to probably every kid that we just mentioned, and just keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
But in the I don't want to say that there are rumors that are going around because there's no rumors going around. Just a lot of
hypotheticals.
Well, it's a lot of article. I'm kicking the articles back up because I'm just tired of fucking reading everybody else's. I'd rather read mine because they make sense. I forget what site it was. But everything's turning into like rumor boy shit. Like it's just like, what are you talking about?
Oh, there's a rumor about this guy.
Yeah, there's rumors about so many players right now, and it's right after Danny B said that he would answer the phone on anyone, and that's it. That means the whole team. So
yes.
it's just fucking stupid. But I think it's important to stay away from the United States developmental team. You have half the roster from last year already in the pipeline. Like, chill the fuck out. This guy, you don't need to get this kid, Oliver Moore. He's not an honorable mention. I looked at that whole fucking list. I looked at everybody that was on there, and that's where I found Zachary Benson.
I got one more dark horse for around the 7th spot. He was listed around 10th. So the first defenseman that was listed in the top 10 was Alex Sandin, Pellicki, Swedish, but he's a right-handed defenseman. We gave up Prov, so
Axel. That's Axel Sandin.
Yeah, what did I say, Alex?
Yeah, his name's Axel. That means a lot to me.
Of course, but I put a question mark next to him because if we're gonna, honestly, in the top 10, I'd go forwards unless if there is a stud defenseman. They didn't say anything about him being a stud or a shutdown defenseman. They just the article talked about his offensive skill. I think he had 40 points.
Yeah.
So he was another one I put a question mark around the 7th mark.
If you when we're done here, send me those names that you mentioned, and I'll go and I'll do a draft report and I'll write an article on it. And I'll drop your name. I'll drop your fucking name in there.
Do you want to talk about what could be around the 22nd spot?
Sure. Well, let me see.
Any comments? You want to flush them out right now?
22nd. Brandon's asking about something I'm going to bring up in a little bit. So, Brandon, hold tight, buddy. 22nd on my list was that Edward Sale guy you were talking about. So that obviously has changed. So
you got to remember, I'm going by 3 different things, so I'm just putting them down.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just whatever. What do we got?
So the one that really jumped out at me was Nate Danielson. He's a center. Some mock drafts that I had him listed at 7th overall. And 2 other ones had him listed down the 20 range.
I don't even have him on this list. Yeah, I do. Okay, there we go. Oh, he's a Brandon Wheat King. Okay.
I didn't write down any of his points. I just was like...
Super low maintenance player who can be used in any situation and play effectively in any part of a lineup.
Kind of like a Scott Lawton.
There you go. Yeah, he's 15 on this list. This, like I said, this is from May 17th, so...
Right.
He's he should be higher than that. That's a universal player there.
I have also we talked about Riley
height. Yeah.
Height. And then there was also another one, Samuel Hanzuk. He's a center, big kid, but they listed him as a big kid that has the movement of a small-bodied player. He was also considered a playmaker, so I'm guessing pass first. But I want to say he was listed on this one already at 6'4".
Samuel Hanzuk, Vancouver Giants, WHL. His game and personality scream pro. Skill set will allow him to flourish in a cycle system or with a team that excels off the rush. He's number 10 on here. This may actually be the best draft that we've seen. Easily. In our enlightened and with our ear to the ground,
they're comparing this one to the year that Mike Richards and Jeff Carter and all them were drafted.
Yeah, but back
of how deep it was.
Right, we weren't like we are now, so we were just like, oh, hockey, huh? Yeah. But I'm liking what I'm seeing here because has it intrigued you enough to join our live during the draft?
As long as I'm awake, I will probably try to join.
It's always on the worst fucking days. It's in the middle of the week.
Yeah, they should learn by now. Just do it on the weekends like the NFL.
You know how much money they would make? It would make tons of money. We could do a live at Hangman if we wanted to. Yeah. Not doing that during the week. I'd rather fucking die. Great draft information, by the way. Kudos to you. That was good stuff there. I didn't know. I didn't look at any of those kids.
That was just like a power 10 minutes before the clock went off.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, when you heard a restart, and I was like, all right, well, I got time. I'll look around the 20 range.
Oh, there you go. Well, since I don't have all this stuff up either, but we're gonna get into it. Let's get into the woodshed. Where the fuck's that thing at? It's been a while. Wow. All right, the Woodshed is brought to you by Neshaminy Creek Brewing. Go to www.neshaminycreekbrewing.com. Check out all their stuff. And check us out next Friday, Delco Dive Live. We got a shitload of new beers that we're going to be going through. We have so many that we have to do reels. We can't even do all of them in one episode. Bright Pants hooking us up. Neshamity hooked us up today. Sterling Pig, not so much. But I do an oldie that no one else has done that I've done. We're going to bring one of them in. And it's going to be a good one. So make sure you come in. I think probably around 8:30 next week. You know how it is. We need to do that stuff. I'm trying to get this one topic up before we jump in because I just didn't write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Shit. I can't. I'm looking for it. I hate that though. I hate the awkward space. The silence. Bothers the shit out of me. All right, here we go. Okay. So first topic we have here is Shabao. Provorov trade to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Got a goalie and draft picks in return. So he went to the Blue Jackets in a three-way deal with the Blue Jackets, the Flyers, and the Kings. They also got Hayden Hodgson and Kevin Connaughton. The Flyers received Peterson. What was it? I think Cal Peterson.
Cal, yeah.
Yeah, Walker, a draft pick. And actually, that's actually not even true because they got... Okay, here we go. Provorov... Jesus. Provorov, along with forward Hayden Hodgson, were traded to the Kings for a goalie, Cal Peterson, defenseman Sean Walker, defenseman prospect Helgi Grands, and a second-round pick in the 2024 NHL draft. The Flyers also traded Kevin Connaughton to the Blue Jackets for the Kings' first-round pick in the 2023 NHL draft and a second-round pick in the 2024 or 25 draft pick. And then Provorov was then traded to the Blue Jackets for Connaughton. So it was a fucking gangbang.
Shit just going everywhere.
That was fucking crazy. And I knew when I wanted to report it, and my fear was that like it was going so many ways. I was like, he got traded. That's as far as I wanted to go.
He got traded during Pride Month.
Yeah, don't even. And I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it because I got into it with someone a couple times. So that happened. It's been 2 years coming. Provorov's just been rubbing people the wrong way. Me and I forget. I think it's Justin Goodhart of the Fly Guys podcast. He had stated that he thought that he needed to be removed from the team because of the Pride Night thing. That's fucking not right. I'm just gonna say it right now. That's bullshit. You're gonna remove a guy, then remove Ovechkin. You want to play the game? Let's play the game right. You're not gonna do that shit. So first off, let's just drop it in. It's about to be fucking rant time.
Boom.
So basically, you're saying that so the league had no intention on doing a Pride thing. First off, the Flyers franchise didn't do it either. It was fucking Scott Lawton and JVR. So apparently now this guy, sorry buddy, but you're getting torched. You're basically saying that he needs to be kicked out because Scott Lawton and fucking JVR were upset because they have family members that are in the community, and that's fine. But you don't just get rid of someone for that. And if that was true, they would have got rid of him then and there. Because remember,
they would probably just benched him.
Right. And nothing happened. When Gostisbehere spoke out and defended hard, they got rid of him almost immediately.
That was probably on Fletcher.
I'm just saying, when something, if you're gonna smack someone's PP around, it's gonna be that way. That's how it's gonna be. It's not gonna be at the end of the year, and especially with Provorov with all the problems that they've had with him at the beginning of the season. I'm gonna let you go. Because it's bullshit. This is not. You can't fucking do that to somebody because you want your opinion, but you don't want to give someone else their opinion. So I'm just. Please.
All this PP smacking around. Hopefully, it's not with another guy because Pro would be really fucking mad about it.
Yeah, he might be. You can't take the and debunking itself, like I said when it was reported that he says that it's religious beliefs, but then in his religion it's against the religion to sleep with to be promiscuous. But obviously, you got to give and take or whatever it is. My thing is keep this, just fucking stop this shit. Just stop it, please. Just stop. If you want to really have a good report, what about the times when Provorov fucking was on social media listening, and then he came into the locker room and was fucking pissed off because he wasn't classified as a fucking a first-rated defenseman anymore? Comes into the locker room, starts shit, and then he has friction with the players, allegedly. Well, did you just say allegedly?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Allegedly. But like,
I mean, if people are also getting all on Provy shit for this, nobody said anything about the Stahl brothers.
No.
The Stahl brothers all said that for my religious belief, I'm not going to put the pride flag on my jersey or my sticks.
Well, so and the franchise backed him up, and so did the coach. So that's not what this segment was about. But we've been quiet about it for a while, and I'm fucking tired of the shit. It's just you do what you want to do. Just leave us the fuck alone. That's all I'm saying. But he was traded. It's a long time fucking coming. It's just the attitude and shit, just with the media, with everything. It's definitely coming. The goalie situation, which I'm going to get into, which is the next thing that we're going to talk about. We did get a goalie back, but I did check with Sam Wismer, and she literally said that he's an AHL goalie at best. He got the doors blown off him during I think it was before the playoffs, or maybe the first game, a couple games of the playoffs.
I thought he was the one that helped carry the Kings into the playoffs.
I thought it was, but I guess it wasn't. Two different sources were definitely said that it wasn't, okay. But I didn't go that deep into it. But
yeah,
you do get what was the fuck is Walker? Walker is a notable. You know a little bit about him. He's a notable defenseman. So you do get a D-man back. You do get a goalie that you could either put down in the minors or do whatever you want to do with, because to be honest with you, goalie is starting to be a really big fucking problem that we're about to have here. And that's getting into the next segment, which is heart trouble. I don't know. I would have thought he would have been gone by now. It keeps telling me that our what's it called? Twitter is having problems going live, but then it goes back and it's fine. Whatever. Actually, that's a big problem. Knocked it off. So I don't know what's going on with Hart. A lot of things are leading towards the the allegations at that. I don't even know enough about it. I just
the World Juniors. But he wasn't even part of the team then.
It's not true.
Oh.
He was part of the team. The people were cleared, like Cale Makar wasn't even in the province at the time.
Right.
I think there's a couple other players that were cleared. I'm not saying that Hart wasn't cleared, but there have been no reports of him being cleared. So I don't know what's happening here. This is Brandon did say this and asked what was going on. Is Hart still being traded? Because I saw top three teams for Hart were Oilers, Canadiens, and Kings. The Oilers aren't going to happen. The Oilers are so wrapped that they're so fucked with their goalie tandem right now. They have so much money wrapped up in their goalie tandem. That's not going to happen. The Canadiens is the last that I had heard from my connection up north. That was the last that I had heard. I never heard the Kings. What is this? Ryan Swoop says the following Flyers page is a joke. Facebook.com/Let's Go Flyers. Okay. I believe you. I'll take that. Brandon said I saw Canadiens, Oilers, and Kings. Okay. I saw that as well. I do have a couple friends in the media that I'm making now. I'm trying to play nice. And I've definitely heard that the Canadiens were definitely the top runners, and it was some some such with Caden Primo coming back, but that wasn't the only thing that was coming back. So I don't know what's happening. I do think that this whole the allegations that the juniors has halted everything because nothing is being reported now, and I don't know if that's going to stop. That brings me to the question. I think I asked you, Wade, the other day. Do you think that if this flares up, do the Flyers play him this year?
Yeah, well, in America, I don't know about Canada, innocent until proven guilty. So,
yep.
I think the Flyers are sitting on wanting to trade him until the draft pops up to see if
do they trade him at the draft?
That's
man,
that's what I would do. Just because more people are, antsy because they're like, we left an offer a month ago and the Flyers haven't called us back yet.
Yeah, and plus the whole way that they. And Brandon, their goalie tandem right now is Jack Campbell and Stuart Skinner.
Mike Smith is IR.
Yeah, he's old. Don't make him come out and whoop an ass though, because they'll fucking do it. The way that they led into it was what makes me it gives me the confidence to say 100% they're going to trade him before next season. Was the fact that they had said there was a report that Carter Hart wanted out of Philly, and then literally within hours, Danny B releases that they're answering phone calls on just Carter Hart. So that's how it happened. Was we're looking at all offers from Carter Hart, and then they released that they're answering the phone on everybody.
I think somebody jumped ahead and clipped what his full message was.
Okay,
I think somebody spun it.
It was Flyers Nation.
Was it Flyers Nation?
I think it was.
Right, then
they're just fucking sucking, dude. They are just sucking so much shit, man.
Well, I understand wanting to be first, but it's one thing when you clip an article or a speech and you chop it up and put it the way you want it.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody's credentials should get smacked.
I don't think they have any. I don't think they have them. That should.
You're not going to get it that way.
Yeah. Ryan Swope is messaging me backstage. I love this dude. He's just ripping that he's ripping them up. I fucking love it. But this was on top of so this is I said the Proby was going to get moved. We're talking about Hayes now. I said Hayes was going to be next, and TDA we're going to talk about him afterwards. But Hayes is in the news now to get traded.
Well, apparently the talks have cooled down with Columbus and Hayes. Apparently Columbus is eyeing somebody else.
Oh yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't know where I saw that. It could have been again.
Well, if you go and look, yeah. Oh my God, again.
So,
Jesus, I talked to my guy. I'm not fucking. I don't do this shit anymore.
The problem with moving Hayes is that $7 million contract, and what Danny B wants to do is probably move him without retaining.
There it is. He's on fire! Get out of there. So, I fucking love Brandon. I fucking love you guys out here. Yeah, dude, they're just it's literally clickbait. It's unreal. Like,
the funny thing is
writing shit, just the right shit. It's fucking crazy.
I share our shit and our streams to their pages.
Hey guys. Fuck you.
Well, there's two different Flyers nations. There's one that I always get in trouble.
The one. It's the one. The one. There's two. But they should just be Flyers Nation 2 or so. They're like,
they should change it.
Do something. Just join us and just get rid of it. But yeah, so I do believe Hayes will get he'll get traded. It sucks though because Charlotte's on top of it. That's Charlotte's favorite player, and she's upset that Hayes is going to get moved. But maybe he won't. I say if they don't move him, he'll get one more year to prove it deal, and maybe he'll do it. If not, I like Hayes, but I do understand why he could one out and why they would want to move him. So we'll see what happens when it comes to that. And where do you both see TDA land? And that's where it's like you're in here. Like that's where I'm going next. So TDA rumors, and they have also cooled down.
He's staying.
I hope he does. I really hope he does.
He's young. He's feisty. He's obviously willing to do what Tortorella wants him to do to a certain point, and then he gets benched for 5 games. But, Tortorella just doesn't like to pull no punches. You fuck up, you're going to pay the price.
I don't. I think it was me and you talking about it. Is that Torch sees a lot in him and pushes him and punishes him because he knows what he's capable of. Now, does he fit the bill of what Torts and Jonesy and Briere are doing right now? I don't think so when it comes to the younger players, but I do think that he fits the bill when it comes to he could be categorized as a veteran for the younger players. I think that's a big deal. If you direct him in the right way to be a mentor to these guys in the locker room, I think TDA would be he would be astronomical on the ice. I think there is a little bit of, he needs to get his anger under control because sometimes he just fucking freaked. And you see Torch is just like, what the fuck is that? I love TDA, dude. But when you say it, it's just like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, and they're also notable honorable mention. There's a lot of fucking Ristolainen being talked about right now, too. A lot of people, there's flaring up a little bit about him getting moved, which I don't like either. I like Risto, so. But I can also see why they want to move him. But
yeah, but when you want a fucking guy to clear the porch,
he's the guy. But he's got to do it, and he's got to be healthy. He was getting banged up
last year was a rough year for him,
Yeah. Entry year, yeah.
So maybe, this season.
I like the team.
Just fucking bulldozes motherfuckers.
I like the way the team's looking. I think with Jonesy in there, I think it's going to be. I think they're going to put them. They're going to have these guys be put in the right situations to win. So I wonder if the Ellis contract will be moved as well, dude. He's going to be on LTIR this year too. I mean, it's just you can't really. No one will take it. What are you going to do?
The only teams that will take it is if we give them shit for it. Like Arizona will take it, but you got to give them fucking draft picks.
Yeah. And Ryan Swoop checks in, says, I never understood the TDA move the way it was gone about. He was a free agent the year prior when he was let go by the New York Rangers. Carolina signed him. Why didn't the Flyers go after him then, but wait till a year later when he was under contract? I'm going to let you take this one because it's right up your alley.
Because at the time we had Ghost. Then we moved Ghost to Arizona. To be honest, if you look at this whole TDA thing, we basically gave up Ghost and I think a total of 5 draft picks to have TDA. And they're both almost the same player, except for TDA is a little bit more nastier.
A little bit.
But you know what I mean?
He's a dickhead. I love it.
That's pretty much why we couldn't get him first.
And add on to the New York thing, when he was let go was because of the fucking allegations. Again, allegations. None of them were proven. So, except he did punch Georgiev in the face, which is fucking cool. I think that's awesome. What? Come on. And you know what's funny about that is no one ever tells you what was said. People know. No one says anything.
It's probably because it's maybe racist of some sort towards Russians.
Didn't somebody else do that? Yeah, somebody else did. Didn't they do that this year?
I'm sure.
No, it was a big thing. It was somebody said something to Panarin. You remember that? That did happen this year.
I know the thing with Panarin is he spoke out against Putin. And
but someone said
I know other people linked Malkin, Ovechkin, and somebody else. to one of the Russian teams playing with Putin on the ice for like a memorial fucking thing.
It was so I remember. I literally distinctly remember. Panarin was here, at his bench, and the other guy. They would go back to the benches, and the other guy was at the other bench, and then something was said. Panarin went fucking crazy. I'll have to look. I'll ask Joey DeMeglia.
Probably said, Panera sucks. Panera bread sucks. And you just fucking lost it.
Lie. It's a total lie. Panera bread fucking rules. Get out of here. Anyway, so
final thought: Panera bread sucks.
Where's the fuck is this? Where the fuck is the music at? Here we go. All this music, by the way. Up a little bit. Anyway, final thought. What do you got? Can't say Boston fucking sucks anymore.
Well, for the final thought, we sent qualifying offers out. We should have touched base on that because that was released today or yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. And
I know we sent one out to Cam York, Morgan Frost.
Yep.
Those are the two off the top of my head.
Hold on. I'll stop the final thought. Here we got.
Well, they're most likely going to answer to it. I mean, Morgan Frost at the end of the year showed more promise, so hopefully no teams sweep in and try to swoop them out. Try to do what Carolina and Montreal used to do to each other.
Let's see. So qualifying offers were sent out to pending free agents. Noah Cates, Morgan Frost, Olu Lixell, Ronnie Attard, and Cam York. Forwards, Evan Barrett, who's he's actually from our area. He's a Penn State boy. Kiefer Bellows, huge fan. And Wyatt Wiley were left unqualified, and they'll hit on unrestricted free agency on July 1st if left unsigned. Real quick, the Flyers also confirmed that goalie prospect Ivan Provorov, who missed the entire 2022-23 campaign due to military obligations in Russia after intending to leave for the United States, has had his contract told over to the 2023-24 season. It's unclear what his status is, if he's expected to join the team, but he will be under contract per ProHockeyRumors.com. So yeah, Fedotov's fucking done, dude. He's never coming here. One, Kiefer Bellows, I'm fucking upset about that.
Maybe they're let him test the free agency, and we could still re-sign him. Maybe
they go on.
LeClair probably and Keith Jones probably have a couple people lined up of who they want first.
I love Kiefer Bellows. I'm not going to say how I know, but I know that Wyatt Wiley is getting moved. Noah Cates deserves it, for sure.
Wyatt Wiley will probably go to Pittsburgh.
Fucking Jesus. I want to see a Morgan Frost 100. Morgan Frost, Cam York, and Noah Cates 100% deserved qualifying offers. 100%.
And Attard.
No,
I wasn't impressed with him, but at first, he grew a little bit.
Didn't get enough sample size. Let's see.
It's only a qualifying offer. It's only at most $800,000.
Yeah, I think Brandon. I think Allison actually has a contract.
Yes.
So I think he's here.
I think he has 2 more years on that contract.
I gotta talk to that fucking guy. I can get his ass on here. Go chase him around for a little bit.
Play this music and tell him that there's a pot of gold over at your house.
Yeah. It might be beer. Yeah, so Oli Lixell, whatever. So yeah, the Evan Barrett kid, I mean, there's not enough there for him. So, well, with that being said, that's your final thought. Those things.
Fuck off, Vegas. Gary Bettman handed that to you.
I agree with that. Fuck Vegas. Brandon's not gonna like that to see him, but If you also say fuck Vegas, make sure you guys go like us on Facebook at Facebook Flyers Alley. On Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1 and Instagram at Flyers Alley. Make sure you guys subscribe to YouTube, Old City Sports Network. And make sure if you guys are in the area, you come check out our watch party for the Phillies game tomorrow. We will be at Hangman Brewery in Claymont off of Philly Pike at 3:30, and then the game starts at 4:05. $4 craft beers. Get in there. Charlie's Pizza's right there. We'll be there. We got a lot of people coming out this time, which is
behind the Arby's.
Behind the Arby's, attached to Charlie's Pizza, back in a little cut. But yeah, with that being said, that was Flyers Alley's pop-up. We will see you guys at the draft, I guess. Peace.